Libra darling, I don't want anyone talking to you unless they're worthy. At all. At all. Genuinely, I titled your video Velvet Ropes. We're discussing the new moon that we have coming up in Aries at 29 degrees. And this is in the final degree of your 7th house of relationships, seeing God in another, like the important people in your life. This is the descendant sign. As a Libra rising, this is sometimes, the mask that we wear to the world. And, the relationships is a little about like what we look for in others, what we project, what we need in others. But, it's a little bit of the, if the ascendant is the rising, then the descendant is the sun setting. So it's kind of like what we look for in others, but a little bit of what we need in ourselves. So Aries season, it's usually intense for you, baby. It's usually intense. Aries is your opposition. So you understand the reality of Aries, but you just don't fucking get why they have to do it so rushed, so messily. It's just spark plug energy. It's so intense out there. It's just super, super grody gross. And, I don't know what's going on out there. I can only speak from the angelic and the alien realm, but like the world right now is just an absolute, just like, I've talked before about, letting things fall, letting things crumble, letting things feel messy, letting things be messy. But right now, precious, I don't want anyone around you that is not worthy of your light, your energy work, your words, none of it. I use my Boston. The harshness of a fire sign can be like, what the fuck? How is it that they fucking talk like that? They do shit like that. They fucking go head first into it. You say, don't fucking talk to my friend like that. Don't talk to him. You fucking talk to me. Like, and then Libra's sitting back there like, oh my God, I love it. I love the tea. I love the gossip. But how on earth are you able to do this? Like, I'm exasperated. I love it. And I'm watching and I have all the notes. Don't get me wrong. Like Libra and Virgo, it's just like, it's so good. But like right now, the energy, and please, if you have not watched the introductory video to this, I recommend you go back, watch that, and then come back to this, because this is volatile spark plug energy. This is the last degree of Aries. What did I say? Like little to no self-control. Absolutely little to no self-control. So if we know that we have to stay in our vibe, we know that this moon is affecting our house of relationships. We know that Jupiter is expanding that. We know that Chiron is, making us feel a little wince within that space. All this activity is happening in your house of relationships. And the North Node has been really just like pummeling your 8th house of transformation, death, and rebirth, and will enter your house of relationships in a few months. It'll go into Aries in a little bit. So it's literally like we're in the final home stretches of the intensity. We're in the final home stretches of this like fiery energy where it feels very confusing. Libra, it must feel very confusing. Like, I'm just getting this image where I'm trying to tell my guides to paint it a little gentler, because it's like, at first it was like, we're on the fields of battle and I've come up to you and I'm like, you're okay, everything's fine. Now I want you to pretend that you're on the fields of like a water balloon fight. And maybe you just got knocked in the noggin and you knocked out and you're just coming to, and I'm standing over you and I'm just like, hey, everything's okay. There's, things flying all over the place. Maybe there's a water balloon over here. There's something over there. There's people running over here. Just look at me. Just focus on me. I don't give a fuck if they're screaming over there. I don't give a fuck if they're honking your horn at you. You have a red light. They can't see the no turn on red. Let them beep. That's not a you problem. That's a them problem. You want them to go around you? Absolutely. Pull over, let them go around you. You don't have to participate in that. You can get the fuck out of their reality, and they can get the fuck out of your reality. Your reality is precious. And I need it to be precious. I need it to stay precious. I need it to stay high vibe. My cherubs. So right now, new moons are perfect times for manifesting and for, asking for what we want. And as we've been talking about since January, we're planting redwoods of manifestation. And, we really did plant seeds at the beginning of Aries season for what we wanted in relationships. The full moon in Libra in your sign. Holy fuck, that must have been intense. I'm sorry for swearing, Libra. But really, after that full moon, I was just see you as this shaky being of I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. Dang. No, Virgo's having a full spiritual awakening right now. You're coming up to it. You're coming up to it. So really, I only want the people around you that are worthy. And, if this is a boundary setting conversation, I have bunches of videos, having boundaries in a boundaryless world. There's, one on my Instagram page talking about boundaries as well. There's I'm the queen of processing, queen of boundaries, as I've been told. And so what questions do you have about setting these boundaries? What questions do you have? Let me rephrase. Do you know who I'm talking about? That's step one. If you know who I'm talking about, that I want you to have them be behind the velvet ropes, then somehow find a way to get them there. Either in your scripting, even in your manifesting, however that happens. Put yourself in a scenario that all the people that are meant to be VIP are VIP, and the people that are not meant to be VIP are behind the velvet ropes. I want them there. And they will respect that because you're that precious. You're that precious and that important. So I highly implore you to really just, why would you lower your vibe for someone else, Libra? Genuinely. Yeah, we're planting redwoods right now. We are really in volatile energy. This is spark plug energy. This is intensity. So know that that's what we're walking into, honey. Know that that's what we're walking into, and protect your vibe at all costs. Hire a bodyguard. Hire a fire sign friend. Have an accountability buddy in the room as you have this conversation. That is a leadership tool that I always used in corporate. If you have to have a one-on-one with someone and you're really either nervous or this is the first time you've had to have conversations like this, have someone there in the room. And this could be, a subordinate. This could be anyone. This could be a colleague. Actually, I would love them to be a contemporary. I don't want it to be a boss. I don't want it to be, or if you have to talk to a boss or a supervisor, if you talk to a significant other, having a therapist there, but someone who's somewhat impartial. I would always have, if I had to when I was working in physical therapy chiropractic and I had to talk to one of the doctors, I would just have one of the other doctors there, and they would literally just be doing notes. And it would be for me to just have an accountability buddy there and to say, I'm looking at myself. I want someone to see how I am in these moments and to debrief with me about how I acted in that moment. But this is also, so if you're having if you're scared to have a conversation with someone, have a freaking cheerleader there that's you got this, it's okay. And then that way the conversation in and of itself cannot escalate because there is an observer there. So if you need more information about that, please reach out directly. I'm happy to offer that. And if you have any questions, or if there's something that you're going through right now, Libra, that you feel as though this community could really take from, please comment below and let us know what you're going through. These are not easy things to do on a regular basis. Having and keeping and holding these boundaries. Who was I talking to about that? Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. So if you're interested in maybe go watch the Gemini. actually. Maybe go watch the Gemini video, because it talks about how adulting and having to have and hold these boundaries can, you know, fluctuate in each conversation. It can be, oh my God, I'm talking to this person. It's like, no, we said we wouldn't talk about that. And oh my God, we're back to the normal thing. So it's that every breath. Definitely the boundaries video, definitely the Gemini video. Let us know how you're doing, Libra, and protect your vibe at all costs. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I love you. Ciao.